online broadcast network, Afterbuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. Afterbuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
What's up, gang? Thanks for tuning in to another AfterBuzz TV show for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I'm your host, Danica Kennedy, and you can find me online at Danica Kennedy. And joining me tonight, we've got some lovely co-hosts, and one's a birthday boy.
Hey!
His birthday's soon.
And he showed up.
Joe, I didn't know it was your birthday today.
No. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah,
Welcome.
the big 30 for me.
Yeah.
For you too?
No, it's just.
Oh, it's my 30th.
Yeah.
All right. Today's my 30th birthday. Thank you. I'm very excited to be here. I had to work all damn day, so this feels great. I took my pants off.
Yeah. So Mike wore his birthday suit, but like legit, like took his pants off and everything.
Like I can see his donger right now.
I'm hanging dong right now.
Yeah. Like, I feel bad
None
for
of
the
us stopped him.
No, I mean I thought. Well, I didn't want to be the buzzkill. You know,
No.
I figured. You know.
Of course
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
And
you're
Joe's
like
like-
juicy dong. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Is it juicy?
Juicy.
I'm just trying to make a Sunny reference here. You know what I mean? They talk about some juicy dogs a lot.
That's true.
Just saying.
That's true. They do. They do.
Well,
just saying.
where can they find you, birthday boy?
You know,
Online.
the Twitter, Instagrams, all that's just my name, Mike Scocozza, Scocozza.
Yeah, tweet at him, happy birthday. I'm Marielou Mandl. You can find me on all social media at Marielou Mandl, MarielouMandl.
I'm JoJo Doyle, and you can find me at JoJo Doyle. I'm Joe Doyle. Oh crap! I'm Joe Doyle. You can find me at JoJo Doyle.
Joe's drunk.
I'm not drunk yet.
He will be soon.
Well,
if he's not already.
I brought along a little
celebratory
a little
beverage
bubbly,
celebration.
We'll maybe we'll fire that off. We'll pop it open.
Yes,
for
and I
you.
think it's a great celebration because this episode was like one of my favorites ever.
Who it was?
Like,
Really?
Mac and Dennis
I thought it
moved
was
to the
great.
suburbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was
So I think it's a great. It's your
hilarious.
birthday. It's celebrating Sunny. It's Wednesday.
And I mean,
Ooh,
Nice.
pop it.
Nice.
Dennis has like a little daydream at some point where he's naked, so it's pretty appropriate. I mean, yeah, and Mike did talk about it last week as well, so also makes
Dennis,
sense.
he laid it out there, you know.
He did.
Oh, sorry.
Very
Pour.
exciting.
The perfect pour.
Guess I have to finish my water.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna drink out of the bottle. Sorry.
I couldn't believe this episode.
get
Like
away
it
with
was
it.
really shining. Like, you know, like The Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of buzz on Twitter about it, and I was trying not to look because a lot of
A
TV
buzz
shows
About what?
like buzzing about like
About the
how
episode.
amazing this episode is and how hilarious it is. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to know Twitter. Don't spoil it for me if I haven't seen the episode. But it was hilarious, just as expected, and relatable. I mean, I'm a city girl. I get it. Do you guys?
Yeah.
I
Have
mean,
you all? Has
LA
everybody lived
people?
in the suburbs at some point?
Oh, I was
some
born and
point.
raised
Yeah?
in the suburbs.
I grew up in the woods. I grew up in the suburbs of Philadelphia, almost. You know, I grew up about an hour and a half out of Philly, in,
So
the,
this is
in the goddamn
Very
woods.
relatable.
I'm very, very familiar with this whole episode.
Yeah.
I
Cheers
felt
to
like
you.
I related to this a lot.
Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding,
Oh, we're doing cheers?
Cheers!
Thanks, guys.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
No, I've definitely called people fat cows in traffic before. I could relate to that. You know, like I mean, not necessarily they weren't necessarily fat. You know, but I was just like, oh, you fat cow. You know, like I've said that, and you know, driving in about an hour commute. You know, from where I am right now. And that can get you going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's about time they get a place because they burned down their other one in the season finale.
So that was
Last
what,
season.
6 episodes ago? They've been
So they've been kind of homeless, living in the
Yeah.
bar, I guess.
Oh, living at
And
Dee's.
Living at
house.
Dee's,
Dee's
really.
place, making
You know,
a mess.
insane, yeah.
So it's about time they get a place. But the whole plan with Frank, they're supposed to live in the suburbs in this house for 1 month. And then if they last, the rest of the year's free on Frank. He's going to pay for it. Or they get a king-size bed that they can sleep in with an old man which ends up being an old black man.
Didn't say that at first.
They didn't say it at first.
No.
That was
Twist.
the twist.
Really, that's
which
too many
of course,
things.
Mac is the one to speak out about, of course. I mean, we could get into that later, but ridiculous as usual.
I had to share a bed in Vegas with my friend who's a man and he's black, and the first time I did that I was kind of weirded out. I don't know why, but like it was different.
I thought you were gonna like end that story like, and it was fine. Like I'm not racist, and you're like,
Well,
no, it was totally weird.
No, it started out different. It was fine. Yes, it did. It ended up being fine. But I mean, I was just like, oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna sleep with this black guy. And then there it was. But but everything turned out great. No problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the time
Sleeping.
you hosted a show with a naked white guy?
That happens more often than you'd really think.
Yeah?
So this
All
is
right.
no surprise to me.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
How often is it a naked black guy though? Now that we're you had to bring race into it.
Once.
Okay.
Once.
And did they have to sleep like a dog at the bottom of the bed?
No,
or
that
were
was
you-
horribly racist.
That was incredibly
And like
racist.
they went there for that whole part.
Yeah.
They fully went there. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
They
Yeah.
really did.
But that's the fun of the show. Like, they just go there.
Yeah.
Whenever people are like, what is It's Always Sunny, if they don't know the show, I was like, well, it's about like a group of awful people that
Yeah,
you just
dirtbags.
adore.
I think we've mentioned this before.
Likeable
The
assholes.
biggest
Yeah.
group of likable assholes.
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah.
They're great.
You just love
Yeah.
them though. I really loved the chirping noises and like the pool, like the sound effects, because that's how I feel when I go to the suburbs. I'm like, why is everything so obnoxious and like annoying here when I've lived in like downtown LA and it's like so loud and stuff.
It's bizarre how that works. Yeah, like I lived in downtown LA for a little bit as well, and I've always lived in a city for the last like 10 years, and now I go home to the country and I hear noises and I hear birds and things, and I'm like, I don't like this.
Like, is
Like
that a bug?
helicopters
Like,
all
what
night,
is that?
not a big deal. Gunshots, cars, don't
Gunshots are
care,
fine.
don't care. But I hear like a bird or like nothing. I hear nothing and I freak out. I'm like, why is nothing happening?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I remember going to visit my mom, and she, like, I guess would never change the batteries on her smoke detectors, and it would be chirping. And I was like, do you hear that? Do you
Just take
fucking
'em
hear
out.
that? Can we fix it? And she's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, am I nuts? And then I would like leave, and I'd come back in like a month, and I'm like, no, this is a problem.
Wait, no, hold on. You didn't fix it for her?
Like, she was like, she didn't hear it. I thought it was crazy. I was like, is this a thing?
She really didn't hear it?
Because she's so used to it.
I mean, like, well, one, I mean, no, I mean, not to call you out, but like, I would have fixed it.
I fixed it the next time.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did fix
But,
it
like,
next because I didn't know what this chirping could have been. I didn't know it was
okay.
a smoke detector.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like going around the house like a spy, like, what is it? What is it? And I couldn't figure out what it was. And then,
I'm the only person that like is the exact opposite. I love the suburbs. I think they're great. When I go home, to the suburbs, like I sit in the backyard and like I kick back and kind of do what I do and enjoy like nature. And there's like birds chirping. There's one time I was sitting back there and like this big like bird of prey. It was like, I don't know, it was like a hawk or something, swooped down on my dad's bird feeder, plucked a bird from off of the bird feeder, and then landed on the fence and started eating it. And I was like,
What?
You watched the bird eat the other bird right in front of you.
it was
didn't save
incredibly. It was majestic. Yeah, it was inside of him. Yeah.
Well, I feel that was the whole point of the episode, was like they wanted to, go back to their roots, maybe in a sense. Get out of the chaos of the city. And in theory, they're like, oh yeah, this sounds refreshing and nice and wonderful.
Soften the edges.
Soften the edges.
Except
Yes.
that's not what it
Yes.
did.
No.
Roughing them up.
Everything was like furnished for them. They lived in. I thought it was lovely.
yeah.
Like, and then they got a dog. Oh my God, Dennis Jr.
Dennis Jr.
DJ.
DJ. They should have called him
Should've
DJ.
called him DJ.
Don't forget about the mac and cheese, the famous, world famous
I knew it.
mac cheese.
I knew that that's how it was gonna work out because I'm like, that looks strangely like Kraft. I mean, not like Kraft because you can't have Kraft in there, but like,
Yes,
I'm like,
unbranded
Store-bought.
Right,
store-bought,
store-bought, yeah.
macaroni and cheese.
I have a good friend that says she's always like taking me these famous places. She's like, oh, this place is famous. Yet I never have ever heard of it. So when Mac was like, this is Mac's famous mac and cheese, I had to laugh because I was like, oh, I got a friend that always wants to take me someplace famous. And I've never heard of it.
that's
Famous
everywhere in Hollywood.
to
Yeah.
where? Yeah.
Right.
To who?
I guess it's all subjective.
Pink's
Yeah.
famous hot dogs. I had no idea what Pink's was until I moved down here, and I saw the insane lines out there. I'm like, what? Famous? I've
No.
heard of that.
They
Yeah.
hype it
And
up
then,
too.
and then you wait in line and you're like, why did I wait in line for that? Because it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all right, but it
World
wasn't
famous
like a hot
comedy
dog.
store. I mean, like, I'm a comic, but I didn't hear about that one growing up.
Well, we could all change our social media to be like famous JoJo Doyle, and people would be like, "What?"
Well, I mean,
So
like,
famous.
I did do a reality show, you know,
Yeah,
so
okay.
like, that kind of
All right.
works. We kind of are on the same page with that one. You know?
My favorite is an elf when he goes, "Congratulations, you did it! World's best cup of coffee."
Yeah.
That's how I
is
felt
good.
this episode.
Hyping it up so
Hyping
much.
it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dennis went insane. Mm-hmm. Like, slowly descended into madness and actually ended up in his birthday suit, too. I thought that was real. I thought
it was too. I didn't realize it was a daydream he was having.
So was Wally real the entire time?
I think so. I think
Just
he
that
was
one episode.
a neighbor. He just like was. I don't know.
Because I was trying to
Suburbs were
remember
getting to him.
if at the beginning Mac saw him whenever they first encountered him.
He did though, right?
Did he?
The initial encounter,
Yeah.
yeah. He was like, I wanted to stab him or something, you know?
was
It
this guy
was
just
his
walked
real,
up
yeah, because
Yeah.
they were like tough guys,
They were
just
tou- yeah,
staring
they were just,
at
like,
him,
looking at
just like
Yeah.
being really intense.
Yeah.
He's like, "Why'd that guy smile at me? Like he says hello, like hot day again, like it's always hot." It's like, didn't
Tell
you
me
just wanna,
something
like,
I don't
shoot that
know.
guy or punch him? Such assholes every time.
I kind of had a reaction similar to that at the jury at the courthouse the other day. I was at jury duty, and the elevators were really full, and this guy's like, "I'm just gonna kind of squeeze in here," and he like pushes his way in, and he has his arm like up and around on my shoulder. He's like, "Oh, thanks," and I go, "Cool, you can take your hand off my shoulder now," and he's like, "What do you mean? Just chill out, bro." I'm like, "I am chill.
Chill,
Get
bro.
your hand off my shoulder."
You mad, bro?
Yeah, bro. I broed out on him. I did. I don't think I said bro. I might have said bro.
You probably said bro.
You
Well,
probably.
I did. I probably did.
I mean, you say shredded
Brah.
gnar.
Yeah.
I did shred. I shredded a lot of gnar in my days. So, you know.
Makes
real life.
sense.
Yeah, brohim.
Sick, man.
What about
So
Russian
sick.
hats?
Yeah, I love me some Russian hats, brah.
Oh yeah, I mean, for once, very fashionable choices from
I-
Frank and Charlie.
they-
I was
When
like,
they said
wow.
Russian hat, I was picturing something kind of bigger. And then those looked more like Canadian to me, I'll be honest. I wanted one. I wanted to wear one. It looked warm and comfortable.
Yeah, it looked like something out of the X-Files, you know, and like Mulder and Scully go to like Russia to go like investigate something.
Mother
And it's like,
Russia.
"Hello, I'm Lieutenant Victor Bolt.
Right.
Come this way." And then to see the like I thought that's what it looked like.
Come now, we drink the vodka.
We drink the
yeah.
vodka. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought with those.
That's what I thought too, yeah.
I love how they just have the two of them just go off and do the Russian hat thing and don't explain it at
They
all.
never
This
explain it. No.
Episode, they just kind of have him like come back with hats on, and it's like, okay, that's what they've been up to, I guess, this entire time.
Yeah, because they weren't in the episode barely at all.
I can't remember the last episode where it was very so heavily centered on like other people, like on only like one or two people. You know what I mean? I feel like they haven't done that in quite some time.
I like it though when they focus on just a couple
Yeah.
of the characters and zone in
Well,
on
I
them.
did see coming up. There's one. What is it? Frank Day or Frank? It's all about Frank. It's something. One of the shows is just titled Frank or something like
That's
that.
gonna
One of
be
the
a
episodes
good
coming up.
one.
So I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's kind of like how they had Mac Day, but kind of like Frank Day, maybe. I don't know.
That's gonna be great. Danny DeVito's so good at
Oh,
the
yeah.
show.
He is, yeah.
He's
I bet
hilarious.
I bet
Such
you
a
on
good
that
actor.
one, there's gonna be a bunch of like some really nice whores in that
A
one.
lot of good horrors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was watching. I think over the weekend I must have watched like a season and a half of the show just because I just love watching it. And I was sitting there and I had it started coming with all these predictions for this season. And I
Oh.
completely forgot all of them. The point is the story. I had a lot of great ideas of things that I thought were going to happen, and now I don't remember.
You
any of
should
them.
just keep sipping the champagne, and then when predictions come
They'll
around,
come back. Yeah. Well,
they'll, like,
I'm
spill
jumping
out,
ahead. It just
hopefully.
popped into my brain.
Yeah.
And I went with it.
Okay, we have to bring up the saddest part of this episode when Dennis eats Dennis.
Oh.
Do you think
that
he
a
really
prank
fed him the
or
dog?
did-
Yes.
He
Yes.
did.
Oh yeah. I think that
That's
You guys are
happened.
savages.
fucked
I know.
up.
All I could think of was like, no, wait, this is It's Always Sunny. Yes.
I thought it
Like-
was gonna be another daydream because the first one I didn't realize it was daydream. I thought he was just getting naked and talking to the neighbor, being a weirdo. So I was like, okay, the dog one's definitely a daydream. And then I was like, oh wait, this is like for real. Like they're just leaving it at this.
Yeah.
Like Dennis Jr.'s gone. Didn't he just get buried too? So he like unburied him, like dug him up.
Maybe
and then
chopped
cooked
him
him
up a little bit
No.
first. I don't know.
I think it was just like fake, maybe.
Well, maybe he used what he needed, and
you-
then there's still carcass. You know?
Yep. Like the turkey, you don't
That's
eat all
so-
of it.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Also, that when they were when they were all having like the family dinner and Mac and Dennis went off to do their little like convoy, what was going on with that room with all those like trash bags in it?
Yeah,
And then
I was
almost
thinking
They
air
never
fresheners.
explained what was that? Like,
yeah, like the
but-
set design for this and like their set decoration was awesome because you could see like the degeneration of these two
Yes.
in this like suburban house.
And they had like they had like toilet lid little cakes up on the side of the wall too.
Is
Air
that, is that what those were?
Yeah, yeah.
Air fresheners.
I didn't realize what that was.
It was car air fresheners too, and then just trashed everywhere.
I feel like well, but they should have known about the garbage because they were garbage men that one time, right?
Twice.
Twice, yeah.
Twice.
So maybe they just didn't want to pay. They didn't want to pay the garbage bill,
They're just lazy losers,
Yeah.
just not going to take care of it.
or they
Yeah.
had to hide it. Maybe it was outside and they had to hide it because they had company coming.
I think that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
To clean up, they just threw everything in one room.
Right.
You know.
I loved the reveal of the holes in the wall
Yeah.
when Mac was supposed to
working on
like
the
fix the
house.
living room, and then he's
got-
like, I tried.
It got progressively worse
Yep.
each time they showed it too.
It's great.
Yeah.
I love the dynamic of how Mac was like the wife at home and
Yeah.
Dennis was like the breadwinning male. And
Uh-huh.
then they had like this whole fight, like they were going to get divorced or something.
Like even to the point of like having the pool guy stay over, and he's like, "You're gonna have a stranger in my house."
That was so sad. The poor pool guy, you could just hear everything they're saying.
Never heard anything from him ever again. I thought he was gonna fix the filter, but no.
Not after that.
Bye.
So
Bye,
rude.
Felicia. Like
So
totally.
rude every time.
I mean, he's a horrible pool guy. If you bring him over to fix the filter, he doesn't fix the filter. I mean, what's that
is
about?
True. That is true. I love when he was just like, "You get to go to work." Oh, I get to go to, because I feel like I almost think that my parents had that like conversation at one point in time, like, or I heard that somewhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe at a friend's place, but it was just like, ooh,
That's like cuts deep.
It's a good
yeah,
point.
that does. That really does. Yeah.
Definitely a good point. I loved how when they were having that conversation in that weird trash room, Dee comes in and it looks like she's gonna talk to them like, "You guys are pigs, like what's wrong with the room?" But instead she's like, you're gonna crack, like you guys are gonna break," and you think she's gonna just be disgusted with them. Not at all though.
No.
She's totally used to it, of course, because
Yeah.
she had to live with them.
It's like living currently in the squalor. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they're like not even realizing that they're winning the bet, and they show up at the door with a freaking rod iron. They're gonna like beat them up or something.
Oh man! And then they bail in the like they finally are about to have it work out, and I realized that halfway through the episode, I'm like, wait a second, their free rent is going to be for
The house.
That
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
whew,
And they don't want to be in it.
no.
No.
So now we don't know where they're at anymore.
They're back
Pulled
to
out of
sleeping
that
on
last
a
minute.
mattress with
Oh yeah, I guess
D
that's true.
and you
But we
know.
didn't even
They
find
got a
out.
new mattress.
That's true, king size.
But it comes with the old black guy that they have to sleep with, which I don't understand how they're paying for that.
I love they never address like they're the whole time like, well, where are they gonna get an old man to go along with this? And they just show up with an old man.
Yeah.
Like don't question it.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
There's probably some guy who's living behind the bar. They're like, oh yeah, come over here.
This
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna use him.
Oh man.
And that they found a guy who would agree to it. He's like,
Well, I mean,
right.
if you were living behind a bar in like an alley and somebody was like, "Hey, do you want to sleep on a bed for a
Yep.
year?"
A lot of body
Yeah.
room.
I get it. You know, it makes sense.
I love when it was earlier in the episode, but when they're talking about sharing a bed with an old man, and Charlie just starts cracking up, and they're like, "Why are you laughing? You do that all the time by choice because you like it for some weird reason." So
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. His character just cracks me up every time.
That was another really good line in the show.
It was.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I'm a little afraid to admit this, but the more I watch the show and the more it goes along, the more I feel like I relate to Dennis. And Dennis is the most sociopathic,
the psychopath
psycho
of the
fucked up
group?
individual in the show. Yes, I mean, I love his taste in music. You know, he's always rocking Steve Winwood. Today he's rocking Bryan Adams. I'm a huge Bryan Adams fan. It's fucking great. You know.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, and I get his road rage during traffic. That's me. That was like
both
watching a
naked.
Yeah.
video of me.
The need to be nude.
Yeah.
The need to be
Need to be
nude.
nude.
In the male form,
Yeah.
you know, like how you strive for it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you pretend like you weren't raped.
No. You unzipped me. You unzipped me.
Yes.
I really hope that wasn't a thing. I'm so sorry.
No, it wasn't
He
rape.
starts
Yeah, you agreed to it.
How about those predictions? Huh?
Yeah, let's get into some predictions.
Oh,
on
okay,
that
yeah.
note.
Let's do it.
And now, your Afterbuzz TV predictions.
Did they come back to you? Your vision?
One just popped in right
All
there.
right, birthday boy, go.
Okay.
One. I'm going to go with, I was watching the grandpa, with her grandpa, when they pulled the plug. He never died. I think Pop Pop is going to come back once again. I think there's going to be some more Nazis.
Nazis.
And Pop Pop. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't actually die.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
All right, I feel like they have to do something where Dee actually wins in the end.
Do they?
I think so. And it's going to be strange, and everyone's going to be like, what is happening? But then, like, in the end, it maybe doesn't work out, but maybe she has, like, a whole day where she's, like, getting what she wants. Because in this, she was housing those guys, she finally gets rid of them, and in the end, she's, like, has to sleep in the bed with them and, like, the old guy. Like, she, like, it's not even her scam, and she's the one who, like, is the butt of the joke. So I feel like
how it works out.
She's gotta win for her sometime.
Rooting for D.
Yeah.
No,
nobody believes me. I
would love it. I would love it if that was the case. She needs a break. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would like to think that the old black man is going to be in the next. I think he's going to be in the rest of the episode.
Makes a comeback.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. Because they've been doing a through line throughout this whole episode.
That's
season.
true.
And so I think that he's going to be there next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be here the next year.
Yeah.
Just
the whole
casually
season.
sleeping in their bed.
Just kind of round the. Oh, hopefully he doesn't roll on the toe knife.
Oh.
Hopefully he doesn't
That's
poop
not
in bed.
terrifying.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that's a different bed. Yeah, that's a good call.
So I don't know if Dee's gonna win, but I think she did not finish her acting career, even though Dennis told her to. I think her acting's gonna make a comeback. Proud, strong, musical theater kind of acting. This is what I hope for, I should say. But I think it's gonna make a comeback. It better.
I mean, she was in a smut film.
Yeah.
She was.
Has there been
I
a
mean,
musical episode?
Baby boy.
We haven't
There
had
was kind of, but
Yeah.
not in a long time.
Like
yeah,
a long
Yeah, it's
time.
been a
When
while.
they had their
a lot
their
of
stage show.
song. Yeah.
But
Charlie proposed.
Well, that was
to
the
the
Nightman,
waitress.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that was.
want the Nightman to come back.
They need to bring
Oh.
back more musicals.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. I love that.
Charlie hasn't even, like, sung in a while.
He hasn't.
No.
Which, by the way, I got really into watching their deleted scenes on YouTube. They have all their bloopers, and they're all called The Gang Fucks Up. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3. It's like
Really?
all of them. Yeah, and you can watch them all on YouTube, and it's so funny because they have, like, all the musical theater ones where Charlie has like paint all over his face and he's just like improvising, just like slamming on the piano, and they're so funny. And it's hilarious too because you see that they're actually like drunk while they're filming and stuff a lot of the times, and like the makeup artist is like, well, Dennis is sweating too much, I can't put the makeup on him, and he like won't hold still, and it's just like them all working together.
I feel like this is a
It's
show that where
hilarious.
like the more shitty you get in a way, it just works because
Oh,
it fits
yeah.
the character. You know what I mean? So it's like they can
Method
do whatever.
acting
Yeah,
for that. I mean,
absolutely.
I would want to have a beer if I was trying to act
I think we
like
need to
I
try
was
that
on
for our
the
after show.
things.
Yeah, we
I
should.
know, right?
We should.
Champagne.
Yeah, drink more.
Honor of the birthday boy. Well, thank you for tuning into our after show. Where can they find you guys online?
You can find me, Joe Doyle, at JoJo Doyle.
You can find Marielou Mandl at Marielou Mandl on all social media.
You can find me Mike Scocozza, SCOCOZZA, anywhere on the internet. Just look it up.
Without shirts all the time.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of no shirts.
Lots of shirtless photos, so you guys can get a piece of this on Instagram. And you can find me online at Danica Kennedy all over social media, and you can find us all at Afterbuzz TV. We have tons of other TV shows that we're doing after shows for, so be sure to check them out, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Afterbuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the Afterbuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterbuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of Afterbuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
From executive producers
The views
Maria
expressed herein are
Menounos,
those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.